Hey, it's Reed from Emerald Lotus Divination, a website that shares free weekly tarot resources. We are back at it again with another unboxing this time, which, as you can tell from the title, we're going to... Whoa, I just hit you. I'm so sorry. From the title, you might be able to tell we are doing the Archangel Fire Oracle deck by Alexandra Wenman. This is a 40-card deck, and it also includes a guidebook. And right as I started to film this video, actually, the sun just started peeking out from behind me. So my apologies if there's a little bit of, you see some reflection from the window behind me. It's really nice that the sun came out, but at the same time, I was like, really, right when I'm about to film? So I will try to make sure there's no glare, but if you see it, just know it is the sun giving you some of its energy through the screen. So I was actually sent this deck by the publisher for review, which I'm very excited about. I love that that has kind of become something that happens on my channel and also on my Instagram and stuff. I love that that is something that is available to me now. People reach out to me and want to send me decks for free because that is like the coolest thing in the whole entire world. And I feel so grateful that I have that opportunity, and I have to thank you guys for giving me that opportunity and supporting me. And also, I just want to say that even though the deck is sent to me, the opinions are 100% my own. I will be totally truthful on what I think about the deck. They just send it to me. They don't ask me to be positive or to say anything specifically. They just are excited about it and they want to get it out there. So there really isn't any pressure on me to say anything. So all of my opinions are of course my own, but I just wanted to say that so that you guys know. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. Let's pop this open and take a look at the Archangel Fire Oracle. Okay, so immediately upon opening the box, I believe this here is the guidebook. Okay, and then we have the little window for the oracle cards as well. Before we get into that, let's take a quick peek at the guidebook. It's really big actually for a guidebook, very full book. Oh, cool, okay. So there is messages from the angel and then also how to meet them. The colors, so if you wanted to work with, sorry, is this even clear for you? If you wanted to work with a candle or incorporate their colors, you know the colors that you can use, the chakra that you would use to connect with them, healing qualities, crystal associations, essential oils, and the star constellation and sigils that are all connected to the Archangel, which this is really cool. What an awesome guidebook. I know a lot of you that follow me will actually probably really like this. I recently did a tarot spread for a free tarot spread about connecting with a deity, and this actually would be an awesome deck to use with that. So connecting with an archangel and then pulling some cards to understand which archangel wants to work with you and which one you should work with. So there is a lot of meat here in this guidebook, which is really cool. I'm very excited to work with this. Really unique. I've never really seen it having like all of these associations in a book like this. Usually the archangels usually just kind of say their typical meanings, but this one's really neat that it actually has like real practical strategies to call on them. So we also got a background on what are archangels. That's really neat. So really cool that it also has the sigil and the constellation. Very unique. Now I know a lot of you guys follow me for tarot content, so this might not be everyone's cup of tea necessarily, because this is like very, of course, oracle deck based. So we're not going to have any standard tarot business in this one. But here's that first card. The artwork is really beautiful. There's a lot of color in here. Very powerful so far. Some popular, some not as popular. Oh, very cool. So we're seeing a really diverse range from a bunch of different cultures, which is really cool. I love that. The artwork is really beautiful in this one, and the cardstock feels very, very traditional oracle card. You know, we've got like the laminated, this is the back of the card, I don't even think I showed you, but we have all of the sigils that were in the guidebook are on the back of the cards. And then cover art. Just take a look at all that detail in there. It's really, really beautiful artwork. I know that a lot of people would love this. For anyone that likes that standard, I want to say like Hay House Publishing Oracle decks, if you know what I mean, this is certainly falls into that category. Really beautiful colors, really interesting and diverse. I'm very excited to take a look at the guidebook of this one because I think that the guidebook looked so neat. And I love that there's such a wide range of archangels in here, all for different, clearly very different purposes, just based on the imagery. We've had music, we've had learning, insights. We have here like, we had like children or nurturing energy. Here we've got this kind of inner child. We have protection. So I love the fact that the cards themselves are very, oh, here's my favorite archangel. The Emerald of Archangel Raphael is actually what Emerald Lotus is named after. That and the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. But, so whenever I see Raphael in a deck, I'm always very happy. For being such a popular archangel, he's actually not in that many decks. So I'm very happy to see him included in this one. This one is very pretty. She's actually holding in her hand the Rider-Waite deck. You can see the Sun, the Lover of the World, and it kind of looks like maybe the 7 of Cups? Or the Wheel of Fortune? I can't tell, but that's really cool. Do you do work with archangels at all? Very curious. I'll also leave linked below some of my connecting with angels and messages from angels free tarot spreads in case you want to kind of work with this. I love this one. Very, very magical, very colorful. Oh, love that. Metatron. There's so many cool symbols in here as well. I'm curious if the guidebook covers a lot of the symbology in the cards. I'm gonna have to take a look after we flip through these ones. I'm going to pick a random card and read its message in the guidebook just to see what we have to work with, because although this deck is very great because the imagery is very clear, you wouldn't need a guidebook to pick up intuitively on what the messages are saying. It's very clearly like depicted, even if you didn't actually know the archangel's purpose. Like some of these I've never heard of, but by looking at the imagery, my intuition definitely springs up and I can get a lot of messages from it without needing to look at the guidebook. But with that said, I always love having a great guidebook. Here we have the As Above, So Below. This one is great. I love that. We have the heart and the feather inside the scales of justice. This is just really, really cool. But I'm very curious if the guidebook is going to touch on a lot of the symbology in the artwork. This one's cool. I love the colors. Oh, same with this one. The rainbow, very cool. Beautiful colors in this deck, that's for sure. And if working with archangels and angels is something that is of interest to you, I think this would be a wonderful addition to your collection, 100%. Or if it's something that you just would like to start working with, but you don't really know where to start, this is a nice one because the archangels in this deck are all varied. There's men, there's women, they're from different cultures and backgrounds, which is really cool. I'm giving this a shuffle. Very, very bendy deck, like a traditional oracle deck. As I mentioned, very easy to shuffle with. So let's take a look at which Archangel wants to come out first to give us a message in this video. Okay. Let's see who wants to come through. Okay, Zuriel. So that is number 27 in the guidebook. Let's pull that up right now. Oh, there's even some tarot spreads in the back of the guidebook I just noticed. Okay, so then we have some working with the cards section with the readings as well. Interesting. Okay, so 27. So this is suit 11, Archangels of the Violet Ray. So this is crown chakra, miracles, wisdom, knowledge, unity, awareness, violet essential oil, Seven Sisters constellation. So this is all about diplomacy and fair play. And so if we do look at the card itself in the first place, intuitively, we can tell that because we saw the Libra symbol in the middle of the card. So immediately we know that this is like Libra energy of being, again, diplomatic, balanced. So you really wouldn't need to look in the guidebook at this one. Like I mentioned before, intuitively, it would definitely give you some great messages, which is really cool. So we see card message, Angel of Vitality, balances hormones, brain chemicals, Angel of Evolution. Message, call on me to bring harmony, diplomacy, and fair play to all your interactions. I will restore your equilibrium. How to meet Zuriel, so close your eyes and invite Zuriel to be with you. Become the angel. So how to kind of incorporate that energy. So it doesn't actually have the symbols of the card itself. Like I don't really see any actual messages on why we have the Libra. I mean, we know if we know what the Libra symbol is, why it's used, because it matches the description really well, but there isn't really a full description on why the artwork was chosen for the card, which I think would really add to the guidebook if they had done that. But like I mentioned, a lot of it is kind of self-explanatory if you're used to symbolism, I suppose, or intuitive. So you do get some message, like we have the fire alchemy, the spiral dance. There is like a spiral around, but it's not super detailed on why the symbols were chosen, which is something that I would have really loved if they had done. But it is definitely a beautiful deck, really cool if you were wanting to do some Archangel work. There's 17 suits out of the 40 cards, and they're attributed to a specific healing color ray or sacred flame depicted within the color scheme and frame of each card, and the archangels who embody each of these cards. Okay, I gotcha. So this one, okay, so this one was violet, so we can see the violet on the bottom of the card. Oh, that's really cool. So they're kind of broken down into little groupings, which is kind of neat, actually. Also, speaking of like healing color ray, there's a really awesome book that I read that sort of focuses on this. If that's something that's of interest to you, I will leave it linked below or I'll try to put it up on the screen because I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. But it's a wonderful book for working with all of the healing rays, and it is a channeled book written from the Ascended Masters, essentially. So I will leave a link to that and I'll try to put it on the screen if I can find the book. I know I got it at Banyan Bookstore in Vancouver, which is an amazing bookstore for like metaphysical books, but hopefully it's available online, and I'll link that for you below. And of course I will leave this deck linked for you if you want to check it out, and let me know your thoughts on this one. Is this one a purchase or a pass from you? I am really liking it. I'm so excited to take a look at the guidebook to learn more and to use this with some of my tarot spreads that focus on working with angels or deities. I think that that'll be really fun. The artwork is gorgeous, and I think this is a really fun one to have in my collection. I'm very excited to use it, and I hope soon I'll be able to do a Instagram story where I will pull a card for one of you and give you a message from an archangel. I think that would be really fun, and I keep meaning to do that lately, but I just can't find the time because it's so time consuming. But if you want me to do that, let me know, bug me about it, and I will try my best to do it for you. So thank you so much for being here. As always, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you very soon. Bye.